Yesterday's science lesson was about polar animals, and today we are going to continue learning about different polar animals. So the title of today's book is Who Lives Here? Polar Animals by Deborah Hodge, illustrated by Pat Stevens. So remember, Deborah Hodge is the author. She wrote the words in the story, and Pat Stevens illustrated it, so that means he drew the pictures. So when we open up the book, we have our contents and it shows different topics throughout the book. So we have what is the polar region, emperor penguins, Arctic fox, seal, snowy owl, musk ox, beluga whale, polar bear, walrus, caribou. Animal words, and then for parents and teachers. So we're going to take a look at some of these different sections and learn about different polar animals. What is a polar region? A polar region is a very cold place. For most of the year, thick snow and ice cover the ground. Oceans freeze and fierce winds blow. The Arctic and Antarctic are polar regions. The Arctic is home to many amazing creatures. Like all polar animals, their bodies are built for living in the cold. Brr. Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. Whales, seals, and seabirds are the only large animals that can live there. Some polar animals live on pack ice, large areas of sea ice floating in the ocean. Arctic land is called tundra. Caribou and other animals gobble up plants that grow here in the short summer. So, like we said, there are a lot of amazing creatures who live in the polar region. And the polar region consists of the Arctic and Antarctic. And the Antarctic is the coldest place on Earth. So, out of anywhere on the Earth, the Antarctic is the coldest place. So, the first type of animal we're going to talk about is the emperor penguin. The emperor penguin lives in chilly Antarctica. These penguins are taller than a kitchen table. A mother and father emperor penguin take turns looking after their baby. The chick sits on their parents' feet up off the icy ground. Waterproof feathers overlap tightly and cover the penguin like a thick winter coat. Emperor penguins huddle for warmth. They take turns in the middle where it is warmest. A penguin uses its wings to swim. It speeds through the ocean hunting for fish. Zoom. So we actually did learn a little bit about penguins yesterday, and one of the things in our mystery science lesson, they talked about how penguins huddle for warmth and then they take turns rotating. Some get to be in the middle, that's where it's nice and warm, and then the ones on the outside are blocking the wind and keeping in warm the warmth coming off their bodies, but they have to take turns. So everyone gets a turn in the inside and then gets a turn on the outside. They also have feathers over their bodies, and it's like a thick winter coat, and they swim in the water to hunt for fish. Arctic fox. The Arctic fox is the size of a small dog. It roams over snow and ice, hunting for lemmings and other prey. An Arctic fox's fur is the warmest of any animal. The white color blends in with the snow and helps the fox hide from snowy owls and other enemies. The fox uses its tail to cover its face like a warm, cozy scarf while it sleeps. Thick fur grows on the top and bottom of the fox's paws to help keep its feet warm. Like all Arctic foxes, this young pup's fur will change to white when winter comes. So when the young foxes are born, they aren't white, but as they get older, that's when um, their fur will change to white when winter comes. So the Arctic fox is has a lot of fur on its body, and that's what keeps them warm. And then the white color helps them blend in with the snow so that they can be safe from other like animals that might try to hunt them. And also they use their tail. You can see this picture here. They curl up in a ball and they use their tail like a scarf to help them stay warm at night when they sleep. Seal. The seal is an excellent swimmer. Seals have smooth bodies that glide easily through the polar oceans. Some seals live under the ice for most of the year. In spring, a mother gives birth on the ice, but quickly returns to the sea with her pup. Swinging its back flippers from side to side, a seal races through the ocean hunting for fish. A seal uses its sharp claws or teeth to cut a breathing hole in the ice. Now it can pop up and breathe. Some pups are born inside a snow den. Shh, it's a good place to hide from the hungry polar bears. So seals spend a lot of their time in the water. That's where they hunt for their food. They also have sharp claws and teeth where they're able to cut a hole in the ice to pop their heads up to breathe. Some pups are also born, like they said, in a snow den in this picture here, and that is safe to keep them from polar bears who eat seal. Snowy owl. The snowy owl is a fierce hunter. These owls perch on rocks and hills on the tundra to watch for their prey. Whoosh! With its big wings outstretched, a snowy owl swoops down on lemmings, birds, hares, and other small animals. Snowy owls use sharp claws, called talons, to catch lemmings and other prey. The owl's white feathers blend in with the snow's land and helps it stay hidden. Dark feathers match the colors of the tundra and help young owlets hide from enemies. So these owls are very large and they are hunters. So they sit up from the top of different rocks and hills and they wait for different prey or animals that they eat, like birds and hares and other small animals. And then they swoop down and they grab those animals, and that's how they survive in the Arctic. So they have these really long claws that helps them catch what they're trying to eat. They also have very white feathers that help them blend in. And they also have dark feathers um, that help them blend in with the different colors of the tundra. Musk Ox. The musk ox has long, shaggy fur to keep it warm. Musk oxen live on the tundra in big groups called herds. A baby husk stays close to its mother to keep snug and warm until its own long fur grows in. Soft, short fur under the long fur gives extra protection against the wind and cold. Male musk oxen butt heads and horns to decide who is the biggest and the strongest. A musk ox uses its big front hooves like a shovel to dig up for tasty plants buried under the snow. So these large animals here, there's a picture, and they're called musk ox, and they live in the tundra in big groups called herds. Um, they have very long fur, and under their long fur is short hairs, and that's another way that they are protected against the wind and the cold. One way that they get food is by using their hooves to dig like a shovel, and they find plants that are buried underneath the snow. Beluga whale. The beluga whale swims in the icy Arctic Ocean. Belugas eat fish and other creatures that live in the water. A beluga lives in a group called a pod. The whales in the pod talk to each other using sounds like chirps, whistles, and squeals. A beluga breathes through a hole on the top of its head. Belugas poke their heads out of the water to get air. Blubber, a thick layer of fat under the beluga's skin, works like a warm blanket to keep out the cold. A baby beluga gets older. As the baby beluga gets older, its gray skin turns white like its parents. So belugas start off gray as babies, and then as they get older, their skin turns white. And they had something that we talked about yesterday for Mystery Science that helps them stay warm living in the polar regions. They have blubber. And remember, blubber is just a thick layer of fat, but that thick layer of fat allows belugas to stay warm. Polar bear. The polar bear is a powerful hunter. Polar bears prowl over pack ice and swim in the ocean hunting for seals. Polar bear cubs are born in a snow den. When they are old enough, their mother teaches them how to hunt and stay safe. A polar bear waits by a breathing hole. When a seal comes up for air, the bear pounces. A layer of blubber under the polar bear's skin keeps it warm in ice-cold water. Splish splash. Polar bears can run very fast. Fur on the bottom of each paw keeps them from slipping. So polar bears are very powerful hunters and they eat seals. And we talked about how seals have that breathing hole that they use their claws to create to help them when they're swimming pop up and get some air. Well, that's where the polar bears are waiting for them sometimes, and that's where they catch them so that they can eat and stay alive in the polar region. One way that they keep warm is that they do have a layer of blubber, so that layer of fat under their skin, and that keeps them warm when they're swimming in the water. Walrus. The walrus is a large animal with long teeth called tusks. Walruses live in the freezing polar water near pack ice. Walruses spend most of their time in the chilly ocean, but climb onto ice or rocky shores to rest and give birth. A baby walrus doesn't have much blubber. The calf stays warm next to its mother. The walrus jabs its strong tusk into the ice to help pull its heavy body out of the water. A walrus uses its whiskers, like fingers, to feel along the dark ocean bottom for clams and other food. So they spend a lot of their time on ice or rocks, and that's kind of like where they hang out. They do have these long teeth called tusks, and these tusks help them pull themselves out of the water. And then they also use their whiskers. Right here, you see a picture of whiskers, and that's where they can find food to eat at the bottom of the ocean. Caribou. The caribou is a fast runner. Each spring, huge herds of caribou cross tundra and rivers to find new plants to eat. A mother caribou gives birth to her baby on a long journey. The calf is ready to run just a few hours after being born. A caribou is a strong swimmer. It uses its feet as paddles to pull itself through the water. Caribou hooves work like snowshoes. They spread wide to keep the caribou on top of the snow. Long legs help the caribou run fast and escape from hungry wolves. Hurry! So caribou are also deer, and they are very fast runners, and they stay together in herds as they cross the tundra. They're very strong swimmers, and they use their feet to pull through different waters. Their hooves are like snowshoes, so that helps them walk through the snow so that their feet stay warm. And their long legs help them escape from hungry wolves. So today we talked about a lot of different animals in the polar regions, and now you guys are going to go to the next slide to complete an activity about these different animals.